Alright, we back with another video from React to Fern, the genius logistics of fentanyl. Now, I'm gonna start the video out by saying whatever y'all want to see me react to next, like just put it down in the comments, bro. I'm trying to branch out and, you feel what I'm saying, watch some more shit. So just let me know what y'all want to see, but let's get it.
This package is just leaving a warehouse in China. It's roughly 15 by 20 centimeters in size and about a kilo in weight. The label says dog food, but inside is a fine white powder. It's the
You know
core
what's
ingredient.
crazy about fentanyl, bro? And every time, like, bro, niggas who be moving fentanyl and, like, you feel what I'm saying, like, selling shit, they always be driving crazy. Like, niggas always be speeding and running red lights and all type of, like, it's either they're off their own product or they're just mentally slow. I mean, they're already slow by selling fentanyl, but, like, they never try to be cautious. Like, why you can't just move like a normal civilian when you know you got 369 pounds of fentanyl in the back of your truck, bro? They always getting arrested for the same thing, for reckless driving, bro.
For one of the
How you even
deadliest
get
drugs
into
in
the
the
business,
world,
like?
fentanyl.
Oh yeah,
Cheaper than heroin
Fent,
and
man.
about 50 times as strong. An amount this small is enough to kill you. In the US, fentanyl has become the #1 source of death for adults under 50, surpassing cancer, heart disease, and car accidents. How can its ingredients
fentanyl surpassed cancer, bro? How is that even
just
possible?
move freely across continents, shipped, sorted, and delivered like an ordinary online order? Behind it lies a billion-dollar system, run by cartels, fueled by global trade, and enabled by broken regulations.
It's cartel
A
seasons,
deadly
bro. I do
supply
not want any
chain
problems,
hiding
bro.
in plain
Do not take
sight.
nothing I said
This
to any,
is how
you feel what I'm saying,
fentanyl is
disrespect, bro.
trafficked. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance use, help us out there. Visit findtreatment.gov for support in the US, or check these platforms to find international resources near you. All links are in the description. Also, this video is partly based on this incredible Reuters investigation. You'll find the link in the description as well. This is fentanyl. It's been used in medicine since the 1960s, mostly as a painkiller. Today, it's also applied as an anesthetic. Its effect is insanely strong. Around 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times stronger than heroin. It's also extremely addictive. Over the last 15 years, the illegal fentanyl trade in the US has fueled an unprecedented synthetic opioid crisis, and the impact can be seen across the entire country. The biggest problem is that the substance is highly lethal. The number of deaths by fentanyl over...
Who even came up with fentanyl, bro? Like, how do you come up with a drug, bro, like, that's strong? Like, what type of stuff do they even put in there to make it, you feel what I'm saying, like, as high as, like, you can be, bro? They gotta be putting all type of poisonous freaking words you can't pronounce in there and stuff like that. Like,
in the US has exploded over the last few years. About 75,000 people died in 2023 alone. In total, fentanyl and other synthetic opioids have killed nearly 500,000 Americans between 1999 and 2022. One reason for this death toll is a process called lacing. Dealers consciously mix fentanyl into other street drugs like heroin to stretch supplies and boost their profits. A little fentanyl goes a long way.
bro,
But
one lacing, you're cooked for life, bro. Like, I know y'all, bro, I don't know his name, bro. He was like that one kind of black dude, and he be looking like this. Bro, I forgot his name, bro, but it was like, he had a story where, like, bro, he used to be normal, and then, like, he got laced, and then, bro, he's a black dude. He kind of big, bro. I guess he kind of like a meme on TikTok. I don't know his name, but if y'all find it, let me know, bro.
Users get hooked faster and are much more likely to overdose, not knowing what they are consuming. For those who traffic it, fentanyl has another major upside. It's synthetic. That means it's incredibly cheap and easy to produce. The business is so profitable that Mexican cartels have massively shifted to fentanyl over the last few years. Instead of cultivating huge poppy fields for heroin, they can simply fabricate the drug in a lab, receiving the base ingredients by mail. Most of the
you can mail drugs? Bro, I mean, I won't say that, like, they should start checking your mail, because what if you have, like, you know what I'm saying, but, bro, they need to at least have something like a drug detector or something, especially if people is shipping fentanyl, bro. and heroin and bro, this is unacceptable, bro.
Just moving down the conveyor belts in China
People really
are
don't care.
carrying
You could
everyday
tell
goods,
off
chargers,
just one look
clothes,
who's off
dog
fentanyl and
food.
who's not, bro.
But hidden
Or
among
any
those
type of hard
thousands of
drug.
boxes are the ingredients for fentanyl. This little box is just one of countless packages going out of China every day. For efficient transportation, shipping companies bundle individual packages into what's known as a master carton. Master cartons are a cornerstone of global trade. Shipping one big box is cheaper and much more efficient than sending numerous small ones to the same destination. The master cartons are then stacked onto pallets with other bulk shipments, and the tiny fentanyl precursor package ends up tucked deep inside. Then the master cartons are often loaded onto a plane and flown to their real destination, the United States. There's something about taking flight, getting that bird's eye view, seeing how small details connect to a much bigger system. Perspective matters. Whether you're trying to understand global trade, piece together a true crime story, or really understand a complex idea, you need to look at things from different angles. That's what Brilliant helps you to do. The hands-on learning platform helps you become a better thinker with thousands of interactive lessons in math, science, data analysis, AI, and more.
I'm trying to skip it, bro. Get this on my face, bro. You ain't talking about something brilliant.
In recent years, fentanyl smugglers are riding that wave by sneaking their products into the vast international shipping stream, and they are exploiting one particular loophole in the US. Back in the 1930s, Washington introduced a special customs regulation called de minimis. If a package is addressed to a private person and the goods inside are below a certain value, it skips customs entirely. That means there are no duties and almost no detailed checks. Many countries have similar policies. In the European Union, the cutoff is 150 euros. Anything above gets taxed. But the US has one of the most generous thresholds in the world. In 2016, the limit was raised from $200 to $800.
Damn.
Before that, some 134 million packages entered the country annually through this streamlined system.
Bro, it's crazy
that number,
too with the drug, bro. Like the drug companies and sellers and stuff, that is kids and stuff, bro, who was born into this life because this is what their parents did, bro. It's crazy, bro. Like, then they can't get out, then they become drug lords. Like, see, I'm like, everybody is thinking that we're all thinking of this one person. We know what I'm talking about, L, but I don't want to say his name, you know what I'm saying? He fucking around, send some hitters after me and I'm cooked, you know what I'm saying? But like, even his son, bro, it's just crazy, bro.
jumped to nearly 1.4 billion units in 2024. This spike is also tied to the overall boom in global trade. But still, about 90% of all goods coming into the US are duty-free de minimis imports. Until April 2025, most of these packages came from China, usually by air. Our box has had a long flight and finally touches down at LAX. Its first stop in America is a special customs warehouse. Examining every package that comes through here would be impossible. So customs officers rely on spot checks. Specially trained dogs sniff out selected packages for fentanyl precursors. Sometimes it's the package's weight that raises suspicion. If it doesn't jibe with its description, the box gets flagged and pulled out for inspection. Flagged packages...
So if they're using dogs, how are they still not getting caught, bro? That's how you know these people working here is just lazy and they're not really doing their job correctly, bro. They're probably sleeping. They probably working 24 hours a day, not really caring, bro. And they just trying to get this money and leave, bro. No, they don't really care if they find anything or not, for real, bro. As long as they don't get caught slacking off on the job, then they're good because they continue to make their money, bro.
Scanned by high-tech machines, opened for manual inspection, and sometimes even sent to an on-site chemical lab. And in some cases, custom officers will also attach electronic trackers to suspicious boxes to follow their trail. But given the sheer volume of packages coming in, only a tiny fraction ever gets checked. Most of them are simply waved through, including our package. It's just been cleared for the next leg of the trip, which means it has now officially entered the country. The master carton is unpacked at a distribution center. The smaller parcels are sorted by destination. The next leg of transport is handled by one of the regular US delivery firms. Our package still has a long road ahead. Its next stop is Mexico. The vast majority of illicit fentanyl is manufactured here. It's first shipped to a US address near the Mexican border. That's when a new link in the supply chain takes over to handle the border crossing. The address is a private home. The tenant is an elderly man. Some products can't be shipped to Mexico directly. This is where the man comes in. He's offering a personal cross-border delivery to make some extra money, a common side hustle in the border region. People in Mexico can have their packages shipped to his US address. Then he drives them over in his private car. Now he's on his way to the border with a couple of boxes in the trunk. The package from
this
China.
is what I'm saying. They be having these boxes, but they be moving all reckless, bro. They don't care for real. Like, they need to be more way intact. They need to be having vehicles that look like they're normal, bro. They be having these big trucks, bro. Every time I see somebody get caught, bro, they be having like 8,000 pounds of freaking drugs in the back of their car, bro, and driving crazy, bro.
Is one of them. The border works similar to the airport. Small boxes are rarely checked. The cartels are counting on that. The man in the car looks harmless. He doesn't even know what's in our package. He's waved through. The next stop is a distribution center in the Mexican state of Sinaloa. Local freight carriers will forward the packages to the addresses supplied by their Mexican customers. And so our package reaches its final destination, a secret drug lab. This is where it's opened for the first time. The Sinaloa cartel is one of the most powerful and violent criminal organizations in the world. With the fentanyl boom in full swing, they too have shifted away from heroin production and gone all in on fentanyl. Inside this old and nondescript house, 2 teenagers are working in a makeshift lab. They're cooking fentanyl. They're not trained chemists. Someone just gave them a step-by-step tutorial. They opened a package containing the powder from China.
Watching tutorials on how to cook fentanyl, bro. Like, bro, where has the world come to, bro?
Start prepping a new batch. It's complete routine. The process is always the same. Making fentanyl is almost as easy as baking cake. You don't need much gear either. Our 1 kilo package yields up to 50,000 doses of fentanyl. Now the finished drug heads back to the US. It can cross the border in all kinds of ways, attached to or even carried inside the bodies of so-called drug mules, or disguised among regular cargo on some ordinary delivery van. Smugglers have hidden fentanyl pills in candy bags, sewn them into clothing, and in some cases, drugs are even implanted into pets. They're simply betting on the fact that it's impossible.
Pets? Are you serious? Pets is crazy, bro. Like, what the dog do? Dang, pets, bro. That's how you know they desperate.
For customs to check every person or item that crosses the border. More often than not, it's US citizens who drive the drugs across the border in their private cars. Sometimes they come up with clever hidden compartments like this one. The car is just minutes away from crossing. The driver can already see the custom officers up ahead, with drug-sniffing dogs working car to car. He starts to get nervous. But just as they're coming toward him, the agents pull away. The dog needs a break. The stash in his car goes undetected.
The dog needs a break? Are we serious, bro? How is the dog... Bro, how is a dog's one job to literally sniff stuff and the dog needs a break, bro? Like, that doesn't even make no sense. You literally have one job. Just use your nose. How do you need a break from doing something you must do to survive, bro? That's like saying I need a break from breathing, bro. I have to breathe. What are you talking about?
Exhales. And just like that, more fentanyl made it into the US. In 2024 alone, nearly 10 tons of the drug were seized along the US-Mexico border. But the amount that actually made it through is by all likelihood much higher. The fentanyl crisis has also become a geopolitical flashpoint. The US accuses China of fueling the epidemic on purpose. Beijing, for its part, claims to have cracked down on the fentanyl trade years ago. The real problem lies in controlling the precursors. They are much harder to regulate. Chemical suppliers in China are using false return labels and deceptive packaging to conceal their illegal business with fentanyl precursors. Washington has even talked about a new opium war. In April 2025, President Trump signed an executive order to eliminate duty-free de minimis imports from China and Hong Kong. He cited the ongoing health emergency posed by fentanyl trafficking as one of the reasons for the high tariffs on Chinese goods. China denies the accusations. Beijing says the crisis is completely made in the US, and therefore the sole responsibility of the American government. Meanwhile, Trump has also accused Mexico of not doing enough to crack down on the drug cartels. Curbing the international fentanyl trade is...
Bro, they can't crack down on the drug cartels because there's so many, bro. Like, bro, that would be impossible for them, bro.
Extremely difficult. The drug has long made its way beyond North America and reached places like Europe. Probes in several German cities have shown that fentanyl is already being mixed into street heroin. Getting off fentanyl without medical support is extremely hard, if not almost impossible. And as long as it can be produced and trafficked so easily, the business will keep booming.
Dang.
This package...
That's crazy, bro. Don't do drugs, bro. It's not worth it, bro. You end up like the dude you see every day at the corner store begging for money, bro. Shooting needles up your arms and stuff, but let me know what y'all want to see next. I'm out of here.